So this is episode 1. So recently over here, we built a villager breeder underground. I have no way of getting down there right now. And that old villager breeder, we're going to have to tear down. But we still have a couple things to do. So this big thing in the sky was supposed to be a villager trading hall. As you can see, it kind of works, but they don't reset their trades. And I don't know why exactly, but I think it's because they're just alone in a little box. So this guy is our good guy, right? He has mending for 10 emeralds. That's like the best trade in the game as far as I'm concerned. So we already moved all of the villagers that we have. Maybe not all of them, actually. Let's check. We have this one farmer. Okay, so because he's a farmer, he already has a trade. We're not going to move him. We'll probably, discard of him. I mean, this thing is pretty high up. All we'd have to do is, it would look like an accident, seriously. But now these little individual guys. So I say we just take these guys, move them to their own separate rooms, kind of like what we have here, but we make them a little bit more humane, and maybe we let them talk to each other. This guy we don't need. This guy we don't need. Really, all we want is this unbreaking one for 11 emeralds, mending for 10, and infinity. We don't even really need that, you know? We can take them over to the village, I guess. So this little village over here with the really nasty roofs. Over here in this village, this was supposed to be kind of a trading village. So we can come over here, trade our pumpkins, our melons. Those are kind of the big ones. And then in the end, we can trade those back for carrots, golden carrots. So the way that this is going, right, we have these guys over here, which give me tons of redstone, right? They're all masters, and they give me bottles of enchantment, which is awesome. I can repair my elytra for like 30 of them, I think. So all of these places are occupied, and I really don't want to like add another building here. I'm kind of over building. So going around my world here, I thought about putting them inside of the library. It's where we keep all of our enchanted books, and it makes sense because they're librarians. Naturally, they should probably go in the library, and it's like the most powerful librarian in all of Nanjec. So they should probably go inside the library. But the library was never finished. I just didn't finish it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I suppose we should probably finish the library first before we move them in here. Because we still have this open from when we wanted to do like the... Oh, dude, there's leather over here. Nice. Okay, so I've been so short on leather. Sorry about that. Back to the library. What if we just stuck him in here? Like no holding cell or anything. We just put rails here and just stick his bed like right here or something. It's kind of cute. So, I've made up my mind here. I'm trying to think, where could we store librarians? We should store them in the library, right? They are librarians, so it makes sense that we should keep them inside of the library here. We started this project like, I don't even know, 2 years? 2 years ago. Almost exactly. And we never finished it. We never finished it. I think I just kind of lost it for the project. I was just not feeling it. So we're going to finish it because it's not hard. It's not hard at all. We just have to do it. So I'm going to go I'm grabbing some stone. I'm going to add the ends on the building, and then I will see you when we're transporting villagers. Okay, so that was like the easiest finishing touch to a project I've ever done. We just added stone with texture on the walls and a little stripe of polished andesite. That's it. That is it. And it's taken me 2 years to do that. So now that I'm thinking about it, it's a pretty big risk to just leave our guy in there. But they won't walk over rails, and neither will zombies or anything. I mean, they will literally just stand on the opposite side of this invisible barrier. So it's a pretty good deal. We built that building long before we had lanterns. So we used torches. So I think I'm going to go grab lanterns because I feel almost bad. I feel kind of bad that we are not using lanterns. Okay. I didn't really expect to be renovating the library today, but I'm not against it. You know when you get a dog and you have to like dog-proof your entire house? We're kind of doing the same thing, except it's for a person. This villager doesn't know what's good for him. you know, we got to make sure we got that under control. Also, I think the lanterns will make it look maybe a little bit more cozy. Because the torches, they just reek of, like, 2012 energy. So as I'm going around here, putting in the lanterns, I want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing with this video. I kind of want to make this a series, right? I've wanted to make this a series forever. I never really knew how, because it's kind of like starting in the middle of a, you know, TV show or whatever. It's weird, unorthodox a little bit. So this is episode 1. You know, we could probably run a carpet through here with light underneath it. That means when we walk over this, even though it's a lie, sounds like we're walking on the real thing, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so day breaks, and the library is finished. So now all we need to do is drop these guys in via airdrop. Okay, so I'm pretty close to the library now. We have that really long stretch of slabs that we're going to transport this guy on boat over. It's very large. So if we get him all the way over here, right? You can fly pretty far in a boat. Not far enough. Okay. Let's come this way then. Let's try it now. Boom. And we're right there, dude. That's perfect. Let's go free these guys from their prison. Actually, sorry. I'm going to set these guys up with some lecterns. Thinking right there. Right there. Right there, maybe. That's not too bad. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the long haul. Hey, bud. Come here. Yep. We're just going to stay here. This is the moment of truth. We have to get onto the last block, angle ourselves, and just throw ourselves off the edge. Yep, and we land right there. Alright, head over the threshold. Hit this, so we make sure we don't accidentally hit our villager. Yoink. And he's free to roam, and he will not leave past this little thing here. So let's go grab the other guy. I just realized these guys are probably going to walk up these stairs and just totally fall off and hurt themselves like that. It's fine. They know better, right? Come on. Cool. So now these guys, you know, we can wander around and say, hey, where are you? Oh, here's this guy. And it'll be kind of like a scavenger hunt. Like, hey, man, give me my mending book. I tell you what, guys, it is a good day to be an Unbreaking 3 or mending villager. Because if you're not that, I don't know if I can show this next part on camera. Oh, that guy mysteriously died. That's a real shame. Hey, bud. So, I don't know what happened to all these other villagers, but somehow they're gone. Yeah, anyway, now we can start tearing this thing down. I guess the first thing to do would be to just run down here with the... Oh, okay. So, I'm just going to start tearing this thing down. So, I cleared out most of that over there. That big ugly thing in the sky is gone. Now we just have to get rid of this stuff over here. Obviously, we'll have to get rid of all these bridges and all the weird stuff going around. But this thing, and this is all made of wood, and I'm not too thrilled about it. So, we have TNT, and we are going to be Bomberman here and just go around putting one every 2 blocks. We are going to grab as many precious materials as we can. Pistons, all the other redstone stuff, we'll grab that as well. Maybe it's a little overkill to put all this redstone here when all we're really doing is... That could be dangerous. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I set it off prematurely. So let's watch the chain reaction. I accidentally set it off a little prematurely. Oh god. Alright, well, it didn't go this way. And it didn't even finish that way. Okay. And then we just need to hightail it out of there. Great success. Check that out. So I'm going to finish getting rid of this ugly thing in the sky here. And also remove these couple blocks. And then we can move on to something else. The next thing I have planned for this episode is in this wasteland area. So recently we were over here and I built this super smelter. It's a new super smelter in contrast to the old one. See it fade into view maybe. There it is. Yeah, the old super smelter was great. It just couldn't quite keep up on the fuel, so we built this one over here in the desert, and it uses a water stream fuel line instead of a minecart fuel line, so it's able to keep up with the amount of stuff that we are smelting. It's really great. Let me go grab a stack of something, and I'll show you it in action. So I have a stack of stone bricks. If we walk up to the platform on top of the rock here, these lights indicate the fuel, so if we throw the stone bricks into the chest, they get sucked up really fast, and then the minecarts go off, the fuel line shuts off, my game starts lagging, the fuel light, and you'll see a lot of carpet being shoved down the fuel line, and then lights turn on, we start getting cracked stone brick pretty fast. And what these lights do is they tell us if the fuel is full and if we can leave the area, because the carpet dupers kind of break if we leave. And we're using carpet duplication machines back there. I don't know if I explained that. That's what those are right there. So that produces all of the carpet, and then we're actually burning the carpet as fuel in our super smelter. Okay. And yes, I don't know how long that took, maybe like 15 seconds, but we got a whole stack of things smelted really quick. So it only takes like 5 minutes or so to do an entire shulker box of something to smelt. So this is kind of a necessity when you're doing large-scale projects later in the game. So yes, I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks really cool. The kind of dilapidated smokestack over there, the cracked walls, all the rebar poking out of it. I think it's a really cool look for the building. I think it'll be a really cool look for this area, because we used to have a big ugly rock here that we never did anything with. So I think this will really transform the area. And if we try to make maybe like a camp, like a wasteland Mad Max-esque camp around in this desert area, I think that would look really cool. Kind of maybe centered around this, like they found this old factory and they've kind of, they're using it to their gain, to their advantage, and in the ruthless wasteland. I was thinking while building this about the movies, the Mad Max movies. If you guys haven't seen them, you should. They're really great. While I was building this, though, I was thinking about the third Mad Max movie, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, with Tina Turner. Basically, in Beyond Thunderdome, they have there's a town called Bartertown. It's like an economically prosperous town in the wasteland. And how they operate, how they get all their energy is from pigs, as in pig poop. Pig poop. They have a ton of pigs in this underground pen area, and they take all their poop and they burn it as fuel for their generators, and that's how they make electricity. I'm not going to tell you the logistics of it. I don't know. But that's what they do. Well, this place that they keep the pigs is called the Underworld, and it's kind of this disgusting, smelly, industrial area. Anytime that they capture an enemy, or they have people that they simply disagree with, they toss them to the Underworld, and their fate is probably not a very good one. They're probably not going to survive down there in the Underworld for very long with all those pigs and the stench and the hard work 24/7. It's just a super vile, disgusting place to be in the wasteland. I mean, it's a pig poop farm. Well, thinking about the Underworld and the people that kind of live down there, or hardly live, I don't know if you'd call it living, but they survive, and actually many of them don't survive down there. I guess that's not really the point. That's not what I'm getting at. It made me think about this, and this is kind of an uninspiring hole in the ground, but I think it's here. Yeah, I dug a little hole down. You'll see it is the place where we are breeding villagers, and that kind of just reminded me of the whole underworld thing from Mad Max. Pretty cool system, if I do say so myself. But we're going to be destroying it. We'll keep these guys down here, and we'll keep the water elevator here. But we're going to tear down the actual redstone and the farm, and you know, we'll ship 4 of them over to the wasteland, where we are going to rebuild this in a place called the Underworld. But I'm going to tear this down, get all of our resources piled up, and then we'll go over to the wasteland, rebuild it, and do some villager moving. So I'm back. It's like 30 seconds later. That didn't take that long. I don't know if I'm going to tear down this farm or what. I think I'll just leave it because it really does not take that long to build up, and we have the resources, so we might just leave that there. But yeah, I guess going up, right? Alright, so here we are over where we want to build this thing. I don't know if I want to make it in the pit, like in the valley there, or if I kind of want to build it in the side of this hill. I think, though, it would make it pretty cool if we built it kind of right in the side of this thing. This is kind of the elevator that I came up with for how we're going to get down to the underworld. So the idea is you have this, and then this little thing slides up like that. So I actually did quite a bit of progress from where I left off. We can see we have the elevator all the way down. It's fully functional. I dug out this area. We're going to put the floor in. The ceiling is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks tall, which should be tall enough. So this is it. It's pretty simple. Everything fits under there. The way that I was going to do this would not have worked like this. Would have worked very different and not as well. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Walk over here. Yoink, yoink. I went and I got this whole shulker box of brown concrete. And with our concrete factory, this concrete factory right here, we were able to get all this concrete pretty fast. Maybe I will show that working in the future. I wish I recorded it so I could include little snippets. Relatively quick, I'd say generating or duplicating. I'll walk you through the steps. Add something really cool. We have chunk loader and portal. We broke. I'm rambling. I'm gonna finish this floor up, texture it. I'll come back when we start building the actual breeder. I'll see you then. You seeing this? Are you seeing this? What did we set up this wall for? Oh, they know now. Oh, they're just looking at me. So I know I said I was going to check back with y'all when I finished detailing the floor down there. But I was gathering some resources, and I realized I need some more concrete powder. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Project Incon. The secrets of the Nandian government are shrouded in mystery. What goes on in these halls? We don't know. Project Incon is a top-secret mission by the Nandian military and the Bureau of Architecture. I don't dare look inside. I've heard legend of a secret military weapons testing site out in the middle of a desert called WT-13. Oh, what could the Nandian military be doing in a test site in the desert, if it even exists? What are they keeping locked away in the government's vault? What information do we have about Strongbox 14? What does this mean? The Nandian government does not give these secrets away easily. If you're seeing this, you've been trusted with very vital information. If this information falls into the wrong hands, who knows what could happen. Thanks for putting up with me. That was fun. Project Incon is a project started by the Nandian military and I believe the Bureau of Architecture. Let me go check. I bet it's in the Department of Autonomy. Where are they at? Yes. So actually, it's in the Department of Autonomy. The creation of an automatic concrete maker. Oh no, I just destroyed that. The concrete maker is also known as Project Incon, which stands for Infinite Concrete. The portal guard would kill me if you told anybody. Even though I am the president and the portal guard, you can't tell anybody about this. It's very secret. I don't know if you guys have seen it in my inventory, but I have a name tag with a very long code on it. I keep it on me at all times. We go through the portal. We go through the north tunnel here. Gotta look around. Here we are in the hidden military access tunnel to WT-13 military installation. That portal down there leads to it. The most secretive place that Nanjec controls. I shouldn't even be talking about it. I shouldn't even be talking about it with you. I really shouldn't. But if you'll notice, right here, Project Incon site. We have to go down this tunnel. It's a long one, but we'll make it. We have to flip on this lever, go through. You're going to see some very mysterious scientific feats. Prepare to be shocked. The portal frame. Oh, I hit my head. It's gone. What? Oh my god. Right here we have a chunk loader. This just keeps it loaded. In the end, it's sort of technical, but in terms of what people have done in the technical realm of Minecraft, it's not that technical. Basically, we put 3 concrete powder there, and then this machine throws it into the portal and duplicates it, and we have to really hurry or else it'll lag out our game. The concrete powder appears to just pop out of thin air. That's because it's actually flying through the portal. 3 entities, you'll see it pops into multiple. 3 falling sand entities, or concrete powder in this case, are flying through the portal, appearing on the other side right here. We're breaking them on this button, and we're putting it into a shulker box loader, which we're not using right now because we don't need that much concrete powder. And then after it packs a shulker box, you know, you can put as many as you want in here, goes down into here, spat out into a water stream, which you can see right here. This water stream goes all the way down to over there, which goes to an item elevator. The item elevator comes all the way up and throws the shulker box full of powder into here, which then lands in the overworld, into some hoppers, goes through another output thing that puts it into a water pipe that pipes it all the way to our factory where it waits for us when we're done. It's pretty impressive, and I like it a lot. It's very streamlined. I'm lagging very bad. So yeah, I know I kind of played it up as this really secretive thing. It's not that secretive. It's not that secretive. But I am bored. I just rambled about my concrete maker for like 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to condense that. But we're back. We have enough concrete powder now to do what I want to do. What I want to do, I'm using a resource pack that has this bleed effect onto the blocks around concrete powder, onto concrete. So if I stack them, kind of stagger them, kind of like this, you know, and we make little stains, it kind of has the hog effect that we're going for. The hog, you know, I already explained it. I don't need to explain it again. And then we're going to come in here with some dirt, some carpet, some spruce wood, some stripped spruce wood. This looks really good. If we do that and then strip it, it kind of has like a green color to it. You see that? So we're going to mix all this stuff in, come in with some pressure plates, some carpet. I'll see you when it's all done. All right, guys. So I got the floor all done. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks real dirty, and especially if we have a ton of pigs walking over it, it'll be like, you know, you come down here, it's like, ugh. Under some of these carpets, we have torches, and so that's what's lighting up the area. Trying to get rid of as many torches as we can. So yeah, hopefully no mobs will spawn down here. Yeah, now we just need to actually build the underworld, which is kind of a disgusting, dark place. Obviously, I don't really want to have this square box of a room. I kind of want to shape it out a little bit, make it look a little more natural. Okay, so I think I've come to a decision. I'm thinking in this corner or this corner, probably this one over here, I want to kind of bring the rock down, bring the stone, make it look like there's sort of a column here of stone that they didn't dig out. I don't really know how to describe it, but it'll be sort of a sloping shape that goes up. I don't know. I'm using my hands right now. You can't see me because they're my hands. I'm not doing like a stone thing over there. We're gonna have this podium in the middle that I was talking about where the leader stands on, and then we're gonna have pig pens down in this area with the breeder probably around back here in this little space. So we're gonna have that kind of stone thing over there, and then in all the other corners, I'm thinking we just take gray concrete and make sort of a frame. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that a little bit off camera. I'll come back and give you a progress update, and then I think we're just gonna move on to the next thing that I have planned for this episode. So I'll see you then. So I did quite a bit of work off camera. We're back. You see some stuff in the sky, maybe. But this is the grand reveal. Hop on the elevator. Go down. Here it is. So this is not completely done yet, but this is sort of the layout. I did the walls, and I still have to do the ceiling. We still have to do the front side here. I want to do a thing over here with blast furnaces. Here on the side, I don't know if I want to do sort of the same, like, rebar thrown together support. Over here, if I want to do something like more furnaces, I think that would be kind of cool. I'm really happy with how these walls turned out. They were really easy to throw up. I like the supports. I think they look good. This was that stone like column that I was talking about. You see what I'm saying, where it was kind of like a little thing in the corner. It was hard for me to describe at the time, but that's what I was talking about. And see what I did around the edges there, kind of just shaped it out. And eventually we're going to kind of do that, follow that up into the ceiling, hopefully. This is kind of the main attraction. This is where the villagers will breed. And they're going to farm all their stuff, throw it around, breed, make babies. I think they make 2 babies a day, which is actually pretty good. And the babies find their way into there. They almost always fall into there. So the babies fall down here, and then they end up down here. They end up right here, and you notice I'm not in any water. I'm really close, right? But I'm not in the water yet. So the babies will float down here, and then they'll stand on top of this because they won't be tall enough to float up yet because they're still babies. So the babies just hang out here until they're grown, and then when they're grown, they hit the water, and mobs, whenever they touch water, they just start swimming. So they'll swim up, and then I'm going to fill this place with water. Actually, I can do that right now. A little on-camera action for you. So yeah, they float up the pipe, they float over, and then they fall right onto here. We hit the button, the minecart gets sent off, picks up a villager, takes them on this fun ride. They come through here, they hit this activator rail, and they have no other place to go except on this pressure plate. And when they step on the pressure plate, that goes forward. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but that pulls back, that goes forward, and then they're pushed into the water stream. And then the minecart continues on, hits this cactus, goes into a hopper, and goes back to our barrel where we're storing the minecarts. And that is how it works. Then they get pushed into the water stream, and the water stream comes over here. So this is where they'll come up. And we're not just going to throw them out into the wild. No. So I'm thinking, because we have this bubbling sound, listen. There it is. We have that bubbling sound, and I think that would be really cool to utilize in this build if we made like a water tower or some kind of rainwater collection system. Now, obviously, it's not working, but, you know, in a wasteland situation like this, where they're in kind of this wasteland camp, water is a very valuable resource. So maybe they're extracting it out of the ground. I don't know. This over here is just getting them down here. You see this thing in the sky. I'm going to bring them all the way from over where we had them before. Bring them over, drop them through this precarious drop without walls. Hopefully they don't splat on the sides here and they just land seamlessly all the way down. We'll see, I guess. As far as my plans for down here go, what I'm thinking is I'll set up that podium I was talking about right here. And then I'm going to bring a ton of pigs down into this area. And maybe I'll set some villagers up here, like as if they're the rulers of the pig, lord of the pigs. I don't know. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I think I did manage to do quite a bit in an hour and a half. And I'm just really happy how it turned out. Obviously, it's not completed yet. We still have quite a bit of stuff to do aesthetically. But that is for a later date. I want to move on to the next part of this video, and you might be going, there's like 5 minutes left, like how are you going to cram that in? I don't exactly know how much time is going to be left in the episode. I don't know how long we're going to spend doing this, but I want to go to the end and carpet some of the end. Not super important, but I'm just going to throw it in there. I'll see you there. All right, so I got 2 full shulker boxes full of gray carpet. I'm just going to use them up. Simple as that. And just as a benchmark, this is where we're at right now. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. And that's it. Let's see if we can get kind of the same angle. So yeah, that was 2 shulker boxes worth of carpet that we just placed down, and it did not take long. But if we want to seriously come in here and do the whole island in like a weekend or something, we'll need like 10 shulker boxes or something. But yeah, I think this is going to come together. Our end has been so ugly for so long. Look at it. Ugh. But yep, I think that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.